It's going to start trading Thursday. This video is coming out Wednesday. Are you buying? What's up, everybody? Brad here, Fat Man Zoom there. And it is all about not Penn, but just Dave Portnoy. This could be, the buzz on buzz. This could be something, I don't know, maybe a Penn-esque like kind of move out of this particular stock. But Fat Man Zoom, what exactly is the buzz?
So let's start with last week. Last week, Dave Portnoy, during his DDTG Global live stream, said, I have news next week that's going to take Wall Street by storm.
Yeah.
The Chaos Crew was on it last week. Then we heard today was the announcement, and what he said was that Barstool is going to be a part of an ETF, ticker symbol BUZZ, which is huge, I think.
Yes. So Dave Portnoy came out with this press conference. He always does this. You know, when he's got some major announcement, he's always at the water cooler. So we decided we were going to give our reaction to Dave Portnoy giving the press conference and kind of just letting you guys know how we feel about it. Maybe stop in between here and there. But overall, kind of just let you listen to it, and then we'll give our reaction.
Music. Okay. If you know anything about me, you know if I'm standing in front of this water cooler, I have a big announcement to make, and I do have a big announcement to make.
We need somebody to do this
on the
for us.
New York Stock Exchange, there is a new ETF launching, a new ETF that I'm part of, that I'm putting my face behind, my reputation behind. Everything over the last 20 years, when I stand here and say, I believe in it, I believe in what we're doing,
True.
It's another one of those moments. The name of the ETF is Buzz. B-U-Z-Z, like zzz, stung, all right? Like a bee. I've been stung 3 times. I'm still here. I'm going to sting a lot more. Here's what it is. I got approached by these guys who built an algorithm 5 years ago. The algorithm was basically designed to scrape the internet, social media, and find positive sentiment on stocks. It kind of lingered. It kind of did its thing. And then what happened? DDTG happened. I happened. COVID happened. All of a sudden, the amount of chatter on the internet about stocks exploded. They reached out to me when Penn National showed up in their rankings. Like, Penn, what's going on there? Oh, Dave Portnoy, Penn,
so this algorithm's been running.
He gets it.
So the algorithm's been running for about 5 years. So
he was approached 5 years ago.
Oh, so the algorithm's been running.
We don't know. Like, it could have been running longer. It could have been in test phase and maybe not. So it's been running, and Penn shows up.
I got you.
The stock shows up in the rankings.
So I'm guessing the people who have this algorithm were just trading it on their own.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They scraped DDTG, they scraped Reddit, they scraped StockTwits, everything. They showed me their algorithm. I said, this is brilliant. Of course it'll work. If you don't adapt, you die. Twitter, social media, all of it is dictating stock prices. Nobody has seen that more than me over the past year. I wish I could own 1 million stocks, but you can't own them all. Well, that's the beauty of Buzz ETF. With Buzz, when you invest in BUZZ, the money that you're putting in is then redistributed across the top 75 most favorably talked about stocks according to our algorithm. Does it work?
All right.
So one thing that's important to note that's underlying what he's saying, which is there's 2 camps, I think, as far as what's going on in the market. He's saying this is the perfect time for us to have this ETF because of the meme stock movement, the social movement, and really the retail traders as a hedge fund movement, right?
Right.
And so you have one camp that says, this is ridiculous. We need to put restrictions in place. This isn't fair. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have the other camp, which he is in, that says, this is the new way of doing things. Let's take advantage of this.
Yeah. Right. And it just makes sense because when he was buying up GameStop at the highs and AMC at the highs, he was like, what the fuck? Like, somebody, how do these people know before I know?
Yeah.
And it's from I think a large part of it's from algorithms like this. And you know that we're big fans of Dumb Money and Chris Camillo, and that's how he was able to make a living doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, social arb investing.
Right, exactly. So, this kind of takes it and automates it, which is pretty awesome.
Okay.
Last year, Buzz Index, beat the S&P by 40%. Now, is it some ritzy glitzy trying to get 100% gains? No.
I was going to say.
This is just the best of the best. It measures positive sentiment for the course of a month. The top 75 big cap, $5 billion stocks go into it, constantly rotating based on the most positive sentiment, not only from me, from everybody on the internet. This thing, again, I've learned my lesson. You can't be like guaranteed returns, this, that. 20 years I haven't lost. It takes a lot for me to put my reputation, my balls on the line. I am doing it this time. Buzz ETF,
this fucking video.
Thursday, New York Stock Exchange. Is this big? It's fucking huge.
Get it, Portnoy.
All right, so that's enough. So it's going to start trading Thursday. This video is coming out Wednesday. Are you buying?
Yes.
You are buying.
Yeah, and we're going to go live for it on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be the topic of our live stream to react to it because it should already be trading by then.
Yep.
And for those that are asking, there's a couple things that I think people keep asking. One is, what is the price going to be? We don't know yet.
Right.
We should hear that by the time this video comes out, it's probably already out. If we could put it up, we will. But we don't know yet as of Tuesday. The other question is, how do I buy it? It's on the stock exchange. It's like any other ticker. So once you establish that number, if you want, put it in limit order.
Right.
But usually we see, just like an IPO, this probably will come out sometime maybe around midday. But I am going to be buying. I think the hype is going to be ridiculous, and I think it's going to be a building hype around this.
I'm a little underwhelmed, underwhelmed, I guess, is what the word. When it came out with 40% gains, granted, anything that beats the market, everybody loves that. I've been crushing that number, on my own, doing it my own. So I think if it's one thing, if you're just not looking to manage your own portfolio, manage your own account, like myself and like you, what have you, or you can certainly play the momentum on this, play the hype. But I think that if you're looking to just buy into something and not really touch it, this could be the stock or the ETF, I should say, for you.
Yeah, like anything else, when you get that diversification, it could work for you, work against you.
Yeah.
The one I did think that, but then I also considered that was built in with the crash.
Yeah.
Right? The COVID crash. So how that played out.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see what those numbers look like. That's why I wasn't sure if it's been 5 years, because I'm surprised he didn't say anything beyond just last year. Like, how's it performed on average?
Yeah.
So
then you have ARK's ETF, which is 100% gains over the last 12 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that as we get more information, it'll be interesting. But for those, this is built for those people who just want to jump in things.
Yeah.
And I feel like this at least allows you a little bit more of risk profile spread out.
If you wish you had gotten into GameStop, this would have at least gotten you some skin in the game.
There are a lot of questions around the algorithm. What is that like? So what he said was, so everybody understands, he said that the algorithm will basically scrape the internet in the sense of search for keywords on different tickers, see what's trending, look at the main sites such as Reddit. We know Wall Street Bets is one subreddit. Reddit, any sort of influencer, anybody who has a voice, and then decide, okay, sentiment is essentially increasing, and can we catch a move while the sentiment's building?
Yeah.
But it's done once a month is what he said. So if you look at GameStop, depending on when it's done, you could potentially be holding the bag.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what the exit is. Is it just every month that happens? How does it exit positions and whatnot? That'll be really interesting. But I still think it's a better play than my friends who just jump into stocks when somebody else tells them it's running and they're holding the bag. I think it's going to outperform that.
Yeah, I think so too. That's a great point too. I think I'm going to stay away, but I think it'll be fun watching it.
Ooh, you're going to be in. I guarantee you get the FOMO and just are like, I'm just going to dabble.
Well, if I had money if I got some money to gamble, maybe I'll just throw something in there just to say I was a part of it. Kind of like how I did with the Airbnb IPO, something like that. But let me be clear. The reason why I'm investing in this, and I don't care what it does that day, is because I believe in the power of the hype machine behind Dave. Yeah.
And really, he's right when he says he doesn't like go all in, commit to certain things, but when he does, he goes all in.
Right.
I mean, look at DDTG.
That's fair.
Like that was a hobby.
Yeah.
But like he was all in on that.
Right.
And so whether it's Barstool Bets, most people in his position after the Cherney Group bought them, after Penn bought, got a stake in them,
Yep.
most people would have hit cruise control in his position. He just sort of dug in even deeper.
Yeah.
So I think there's something about this guy that just loves winning. And I think that he's going to put all his focus in this. And I think that just his community is so strong that they will follow. And all we need is a little bit of movement. And then everybody else is going to follow outside of the Barstool community.
It's a fair point. The Barstool community alone has nearly 100 million,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
As far as the stoolies are concerned. So you just take that number and, could definitely have influence on this. So it'll be fun to watch. I love the concept. I mean, this is the way that people are trading nowadays. So why not try to capitalize on that in some way and create an algorithm like this?
So I think the other question becomes, what about Penn? And what does this mean for Penn? I'm reading between the lines here, but I've got to imagine that. So you think about an ETF has an expense ratio, which is just the fee you pay to manage it. For anybody thinking about holding it long term, that's what you want to look at. And we've said this before. You want something under 1%. That's what you're looking for. It should be under that. They're typically really favorable to their clients. So I imagine this could be maybe 0.5% or even lower. So we're going to wonder the expense ratio. But that money, thinking about all the money that's going to come in, that's huge for Penn.
Yeah.
That goes to Penn's P&L. And so I think that short term, this actually is not a good thing for Penn because it takes the attention away from Penn. And I like Dave Portnoy talking about Penn.
Yes.
Not saying he won't, but that was his focus as far as stocks. Now this sort of spreads that attention out a little bit. But for the long term, and when you see the monetary benefit of that, again, we've said this time and time again, Penn is just going in a different direction than any other competitor.
Yes.
And that's basically on the cape of Barstool. That's it.
Yep.
So I love this move. I think that's going to be huge. And don't discount not just Dave Portnoy, but all the other influencers they're working with and getting their communities hyped about trading and getting into it. I love this move. I'm in it just to be a part of the ride.
I love it too. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you looking to buy this thing? Are you intrigued? This is the first time you're hearing about it. Let us know. We want to hear from you. That's going to do it for me. Fat Man Zoom.
Bye.
See ya.